Hello, folks. Welcome back to Doc's Entertainment. This is Reverend Docstater here, and welcome. We are back on Neverwinter in episode number 5. Today we are going to be continue going through the Tower District and continue on. We are joined today again by my wife, who's playing Butch the
Hi.
Warden. And we do have the quests that we managed to get from last time, so let's continue on. Now we're going to go talk to Private Quickfoot.
You could ride your super fast mount.
Yeah, I could. Although I'm already almost there anyway.
Keep your weapon handy. These orcs are treacherous. You need to meet with Scout Galen. She's on the other side of the castle wall, deep in orcish territory. Right now, the only way in there is through the front gate. Don't worry, orcs are always ready for a fight. But if you're careful, you should be able to make your way through without too much resistance. Past the gate, there's a hidden path on your left that leads to a burned-out house. That's where you'll find Scout Galen and her crew. Good luck. Was that all?
Yep, that's all. Thank you. Alright. I suppose I should share this, huh?
That would be nice.
But I don't wanna. Okay. Oh, you can't.
Okay, then I'm gonna be following you. If you guys ever get a quest that you can't share and you're with somebody, they'll just end up following you if you want to remain in a party, or they'll end up leaving party.
Yeah, and the reason the reason why this one can't be shared is because it's just going from one quest giver to another.
Woohoo, it's a big guy. You totally got this. Yeah, always watch out for the red circles and stuff on the ground because that means a big attack is coming.
Yep, so if you're playing a tank, when you see that, do this or this. Because they'll help. Both of them will help protect you from losing your hit points.
Or being a flat pancake.
Yeah. I like juggling big guys.
I like watching them fly through the air.
You must be the adventurer Captain Janros was talking about. Hope you're ready to fight more orcs.
Oh look, she's ready for COVID-19. Okay.
The Eye of Groomsh warders are powerful shamans who maintain a mystical ward sealing the cloak tower. If we defeat a number of them, it should weaken the ward enough for you to get through. From what I've seen, the warders usually congregate around their flaming shrines to Groomsh.
Sometimes, because I've played this game for so long, sometimes I accidentally skip through the summary of the quest. However, you probably shouldn't do that if it's your first time playing through, because they give hints in here as to how to complete the quest. For example, in here they give you a hint as to where you're going to find the Eyes of Grimish warders. So you're not just randomly looking around. Now the nice thing about this one is you only need to pick up 3 of the battle plans, and as you can see I already have 2 because he dropped one, which makes this part of the quest real easy. And there's my third one. Now, if you don't get all 3 by now, which you probably will, there's one right here. And on top of that, there's one right here. So you get all 3 right in this right area, small area. But now we still need to go look for 3 more of the warders. This time I'll show you. So you block it and you don't take any damage from your block from your... Other classes you'll dodge. One benefit that she has over other classes, that their tank is going to have over other classes, is that you don't have to worry about still being in the red. Whereas they do, and sometimes those red circles can get pretty big.
Yeah.
So sometimes they have to dodge multiple times to get out of it. And even then they can't get, still guaranteed they'll get out of it. Whereas of a tank, just put up your shield, you're safe.
And tanks and healers are highly sought after in this game.
Very much so, because almost everybody plays DPS because they're the easiest ones to play. You're just doing damage. And the faster you damage, the faster you kill things, the less damage you're going to take, right?
Right.
Generally that may be true, but tanks are necessary to make it through a lot of stuff. When we get later on and we're starting to do quests and stuff, you'll see what I mean by that.
Be even better once we get to demo.
Well,
Yep. Okay.
many of the attacks are being coordinated
Now.
by warband leaders.
Oh.
You need to enter the Orc barracks and eliminate Lurk Bloodspear, Droke through Elfeater, and Kragmar Beast. The Orc barracks are on the far side of the Many Arrows camp. Luckily, I scouted out an old secret passage nearby, which you can take if you don't want
Okay,
to
the
fight
secret
the orcs
passage
to
is
get
right
to
here.
the
Is it gonna let us both go through?
Yep. It's not like the whatchamacallits later on.
Okay. I just didn't want to go through if it wasn't gonna let you go through.
Yeah. What we're talking about is later on there's a higher level area that you go through where you're supposed to be opening up portals to outlying areas. And if you do that, if you have 2 people in there who have the same quest, only one person can go through the portal and then the other one has to run all the way around.
That happens in Icespire Peak too. Only one person can take the secret tunnel. The other one has to run up the mountain. Congratulations on level 17.
Thank you.
I love that attack. That attack that knocks him back, that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome. I'm stuck on a wall.
Now stop being
Oh,
stuck.
we forgot shinies. I got him.
Okay.
Where are you going?
There's a big guy in here I could juggle.
Oh. I was gonna say, he's not dead yet.
See? No damage at all. That's 'cause I actually used my shield the right way. Now if I was a cleric I would use this. But I'm not. Like I said, check everywhere. You never know what you're going to find. In some areas you will come back into, other areas not. So you don't, until you've actually played through a little bit, you don't know which ones are which.
He's all yours.
Now I wonder, here you're going to meet your mimics. Now see, the other nice thing about...
We're gonna show him what a mimic is?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, when you open up some chests, they don't open. That's a mimic. Nice thing about mimics are, they tend to drop really good stuff sometimes.
Like armor?
Like armor, like... There are some mimics, very few, that will actually drop things like pets and stuff like that. Okay, so... Oh.
Hold on.
Hey, I didn't realize I got that. Now, here's something nice. We just got a Stone of Health.
Ooh.
So the nice thing about this is, I don't care what level you are, this will automatically heal you all the way up.
Yeah, I use Stones of Health and I wait until I'm almost out of life and they heal me all the way to full. And I have well over 200,000 hit points, so they're really super nice.
Again, the injury kits, you want to make sure you have in your tray, because if you walk into a trap or something like that, you're going to want it. Now, I do have a new belt. Let's see if that belt's any better than the belt I already have. Oh, I'm not wearing a belt, so yes, it's better.
I have a trade screen open.
You're going to have to wait a minute.
Okay.
Now, the stone of health we definitely want to put into our tray. Now, what that tray is, on the bottom here, you see right next to the glowy pentagon, or whatever that is in the center, you'll notice you have three boxes down there. Now, the boxes on the left hand side, they're your skills that I've been using. The boxes on the right hand side, they're your support items. So for example, I have my injury kit in one, my potions in the one pointing directly down, and my health stone is the one pointing directly to the right. That way, if I ever get in trouble, I can use that and it'll heal me up. But if I play my character right, in the right areas, I should never have to worry about that.
Yeah, and how you use that stuff is by pushing your directional, and whichever direction you push is what you use, what's in that slot.
Yeah, so as you see here now, as I press the touchpad in the center, you now see which buttons all these little boxes are aligned with. So for example, the button on the R button is a button that allows you to just automatically run. And you can see that on here. The button above that is your R2, that's your encounter, or your at-will attack.
Wills.
R1 is, in some classes, an extra thing. For this one, it's the extra shield. And then you have L1. And then
For
your
my R1 it helps me hide, basically. I'll show you as soon as we're done trading.
Yep. And then L1 gives you the alternate skills, the alternate buttons. L2 gives you your other encounter,
At will.
your other at will. The L button is your block or whatever. And then you see the directional pad there. You see it going left, right, up, down, and then your X, square, triangle, and circle. So if you ever aren't sure which button the square coincides with, just press the touchpad in the center and you'll be able to see it. So you'll know which button to push. Thank you.
Okay. Now you see me? Now you don't. That's what my R1 does, is it makes me invisible for a short time.
See, the nice thing about that is, while we can see an outline, the monsters don't see her at all. They get a question mark above their head when that happens.
Yeah, they get very confused.
So let's go back to this and switch out our shoes, because these ones are better than what she's already wearing. And we'll switch out the armor, because this armor is a lot better than the armor we're currently wearing.
Yeah, I thought you might appreciate that.
And I'm assuming you got these from the Mimic.
Yes.
Now, another thing that you, with old gear, when it's high enough level, you can actually hit on it and you can turn it into refinement points by going down to convert to refinement, or you can turn on and sell it for gold. So it's up to you which resource you feel you need more.
And remember, gold, while it's used in this game, isn't used very often. However, refinement points are used all the time once you get higher levels. So if you're in the lower levels, I would recommend stocking up on refinement points.
And they're going to go fast for refining the different things you're going to need to refine. But then there's items like this Squire's plate armor, which is level 16, but it's actually not high enough level to be able to be turned into refinement points. So with that, you can either discard it or sell it for gold. In that case, I definitely sell for gold.
Definitely, because you're going to need the gold, just not as much as you're going to need the refinement points or astral diamonds.
And the funny part about it is, when you're in your lower levels, you're going to need the gold a lot more, because gold is used for taking these enchantments. You're going to have enchantments in various different equipment, and as you gain new equipment, you're going to be taking the enchantment out and putting it into the new equipment, and that's going to cost you gold to do that. So in your lower levels, you're going to want gold. In your higher levels, you're going to want refinement points.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a little bit tricky on how to manage that so that you have a good access of both.
And if you don't have VIP, you're going to need the gold to buy injury kits and stuff like that. So
injury kits, health potions. Because you want to use health potions as much as you can so you're not using up your stones, because the stones are hard to come by and or very expensive.
Yeah. Very expensive.
Now, I did just find out recently myself, I learned something new, that at level 15 you can start trading and start doing the market and stuff. Now, because of that, I can actually show you something else. You go to and that's as of right now. They may change that later on, but as of right now, that's the case. So what I want to show you is you can go to the Tournament Trade House, and then go to My Consignments, and in here you can pick an item. Say, for example, we wanted to sell this Descent lockbox that I have. It's not worth much, but it is worth a little something. So we'll put that up. We got 4 of them, so we put them up for sale. Now, current price, if you want to find out what the current price is going for, you figure out where it's at, which in this case, I believe it's in consumables.
No, it's in miscellaneous.
Right, miscellaneous. And then type in, you don't have to type in the whole thing, just enough for it to know that it knows. So in this case, we're looking for Descent for, it's not even bringing it up out of here. Let me see. No, lockboxes aren't in here.
Where are they? Are they really in consumables?
Yes, they're in consumables, which is what I thought in the first place.
Oh.
So,
I don't buy lockboxes. I have plenty to last me for the next 5 years.
so you go to lockboxes, go to buyout, so you know exactly what the minimum price is, and the descent to lockbox for one is 5 astral diamonds. So if we know that for one is 5 astral diamonds, what we do is we take that, and since we're selling 4 of them, we multiply that by 5 and we get 20. So we put it in for 20 astral diamonds. Post the item, and now it's up. If somebody buys it, we get 20 astral diamonds that we can add to our total, which currently is 0. Now the other thing you can do, and I don't know if I have enough right now to make it worthwhile, but I'll do it anyway just to show you guys. We can trade, again, the currencies. Many arrow insignia, which we're in right now, so I'm not going to bother. Well, I will do it. We got 22 of them. Now these, I just let the system tell us how much it's going to be for. I don't put in a starting bid, because you may get that, which is 104. I just put in the buyout price alone, which is 115. And that's what people are going to give it to me for. That's what they're going to buy it for.
Sorry, somebody attacked you. I had to kill
Yep.
them.
I noticed,
You know-
and that pulled me out of my screen. So,
Sorry.
all right. So we'll.
Where are you? There you are.
Now, normally it'll say posting item. However, in this case, it's asking for a posting fee. Since we don't have any astral diamonds at all, we can't pay the posting fee, which is 2 astral diamonds, which means we can't post it. So we have to have astral diamonds to be able to put things in for sale for astral diamonds. So if we can sell this descent lockbox, then we'll be able to put it in for sale.
You like my green dragon?
Nice little green dragon.
Yeah, that's one of the vanity pets I have.
Which is something else you'll be able to get later on.
He's all yours.
Alright, let's juggle them. Start here. Go here. Go here. And then we'll give him a couple of smacks and he's down.
Sorry,
I
you were
pushed the wrong button.
surrounded.
Yep. I pushed the wrong button. I pushed the block instead of use my shield.
You die now.
Oh, I didn't realize there was still one left.
Yeah.
And here we go for the third big guy, I believe.
Yeah.
So shield, kick him, and smack him.
Yay.
Now, we got a belt. Is it better than the belt we have? Yes, it is. So we'll equip that. And again, this belt can be used for refinement points. However, at this stage, I want gold.
It looks like you're wearing leopard print pants.
So now we have an armor that's better than the armor we have currently. But this armor has a enchantment slot in it.
Nice.
So, since we have an armor with enchantment slots, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to Manage Item Enchantments. Remember, we have this Radiant Enchantment rank 15. Now, I don't normally want to put it into defense slot because it gives me hit points, which is great now. But I really want it in offense because it gives me 2,000 power, which we really need. But for now, I'm going to put it in the defense slot because it's the only enchantment I have.
We need to get you an Azura.
Yeah, normally you want Azuras in defense slots because
Hold on,
Azuras...
did you already put it in there?
Yes.
I'm gonna trade you gold so you can take it out. I'm gonna get you an Azura.
Alright. See, this is one of the nice things about having partners. Having somebody else who's played the game before. They can help you out.
That should be enough, right?
That should be way more than enough.
Okay.
It's probably going to cost 2 to 3 gold to get it out.
I wasn't sure. I just wanted to make sure you had enough.
That's okay, because now I can show them why they need gold at this stage.
And what am I looking for?
Azura.
Azura enchantments, that's right.
Her armor is pretty revealing.
Hold on a second.
It's not like the other armors.
Did you show them my character? And all my gloriness?
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Okay, this is her character Dritz. 25,700 item level. Now, at this point, she does want item level because she's in the endgame content anyway, which means she has access to pretty much everything. Whether or not she wants to run it is a whole different story, but she does have access to it.
What are you talking about? I've been running in-game content. I'm running Valenhaus.
I'm talking about things like Glom.
Oh.
Lara
yeah,
the Mad Mage.
I gotta do that.
Stuff like that.
I gotta do that. I haven't gotten around to it, though. What rank do you want your Azura?
Doesn't matter. By the time you get up to level 80, though, you do want to make sure that you have all of your enchantments are level 9 minimum. Preferably better. But you'll want to make sure they're at least rank 9.
Okay, I'm buying you an Azura rank 11.
Oh, awesome.
Now I need to summon my mailbox. It'll be just a second. The advantages to having VIP.
Yeah, otherwise you have to go search for a mailbox and you're not going to find one in here. But with VIP, you can summon a mailbox and a storage box and all kinds of other stuff. When you purchase something off of the market, it's going to be mailed to you, which is why she had to use her mailbox to pick it up. So now, again, we have something in there. So to take it out, we remove intact. We don't want to refine it. We can't refine this one anyway. And we don't want to, and some of them will say, like on the bottom here, destroy. Don't do that.
Unless it's absolutely necessary. But
I've never run into a situation where it's necessary.
Well, I did on my lower level character the other day. I didn't have enough gold to take out a rank 2 enchantment, so I just destroyed the rank 2 enchantment and put my higher level enchantment in.
Yeah, but then you just wait till you get the gold. So
yeah, but
it wasn't necessary. But now, as you notice, taking it out, it's going to cost me one gold piece and 25 silver pieces to remove this. So we remove it, and we add in the Azura rank 11. Now, anytime you get new gear, you're going to be doing that same thing, and it's going to cost you gold to do that. And you're going to be getting new gear often.
Yeah,
the nice
until
thing
you
about
hit level 80.
Yep, and the nice thing about this is with the Azura enchantment rank 11, you got 1,480 defense, and it gives me 38% XP bonus, so I'll be leveling up even faster. Equip that item. And now I'm going to show you another little trick that you can do. You notice my bag's getting pretty full here, and pretty messy. So, if I hit L2, I go down to the bottom of the bag, where it says no bag. Go down to inventory options, and then I can sort all bags. Now it gives me options on how I want to sort it, or what bags I want to sort. I always select all bags just because it makes it easier. And then I like to have it quality ascending. Some people do it by name, type, whatever else, however they want to do it. I do it by quality ascending. What happens is you hit sort, which is the square button, and then you go back up to the top, and now you see they're organized by their levels. So with the orange being the highest, purple next, blue, green, and then the regular ones.
Wait.
These are things like your refinement points, your health potions, stuff like that are all going to be in here. A lot of this stuff you're going to want to sell. Some of this stuff, not so much.
Yeah, always check armor before you sell it because it may be better than what you're wearing. So always check it beforehand, and always when you change out armor, always make sure you take the enchantments out of it. I ended up refining several pieces that still had high level enchantments in it. So please don't make the same mistake I did.
Now in this case, I have a bound potion of lesser healing, which is better than the bound potion of minor healing. So I'm going to switch that out from my minor healing that I have in my tray. That way I get more use out of it, and it gives me something else to sell. You can keep these if you want, just in case you need them, but personally I always just sell them.
Is your bag getting full?
Certain to.
Here, let's do this then. Talk to her.
Now she brought up a traveling merchant that she can carry with, that she can bring with her. Now what you do is you go into the cell and you can sell, or when you first bring it up, you go in to buy. There's all kinds of stuff that you can buy. So in here there's all kinds of professional items that we can buy, which we'll talk about when we get into the workhouse. However, if we press R2, we go into tools. So if they have multiple options, we can check out what those multiple options are. Hit R1, we go over to sell, and now we can sell specific items that we want to get rid of. In this case, we want to get rid of the greaves, we want to get rid of the belt, we want to get rid of the armor, the longsword, potion. We don't really want to get rid of the injury kit yet, just in case we need it. We don't want to get rid of the teleport scroll, just in case we need it. The minor healing. We don't want to get rid of the portable altar because that way we can pray wherever we're at.
That's a benefit to VIP as well, is you can pray anywhere in VIP.
In that case you can make money off of you can make gold off of our altars too, but we can't do it, so we're gonna keep the altar just in case. Get rid of the boots, get rid of the armor. Now this is just treasure. This isn't used for anything, so we can sell that. These are designed specifically to give us gold. Now we have everything that we can sell sold. So now we go back to our bag, and you notice our bag's a lot less full and still looking messy again. So we go back to sort all bags, and we don't need to set it up again. Once we have it set up, it stays that way. And now there we go, all reset. So now our bag's a lot emptier. And we now have some more gold. Granted, that 50 gold that she gave us is still there. But if we had sold everything to begin with, we would have been able to change the enchantment without her borrowing us the 50 gold. We would have been able to do it with the gold we had.
Yeah, my bag's messy, but at least I know where everything is in my bag. It's an organized mess.
At this point, we're coming up to the end of Tower District, I believe.
We're getting pretty close, yeah. And then I believe it's Neverwinter.
So now we run through here.
We could have used the portal.
We could have. Dude attacked me. So he had to
Hey,
die.
look, it's just Jordan.
Yep, another just Jordan. In fact, that's the one I was talking about. It's the one I told you about earlier. And he's got a party member named Angry Baby, looks like. No, maybe not. Or is he? I don't know.
He needs to stop moving so I can talk to him.
And now, we go in here, complete the quest. Yes, that was it. Because now we get a mission to go back to Sergeant Knox. And we get our first mission to go into a dungeon. So now we have to go into the Cloak Tower. The way we do that, we have a couple of different options. We go to quest, and we do that. Or we can go to where there's an entry up there. Because that's the Cloak Tower right there. So we can go up there and enter the Cloak Tower through the doorway there. Or we just go here to queues. And because Cloak Tower is the only one we can get into, we can actually...
Did you put me in queue?
Hold on. We could actually jump in here and get Astral Diamonds this way. Now the nice thing about this is, you notice I have a roll bonus. I get an extra 2,500 Astral Diamonds for doing this. So I'm going to go ahead and invite her. Now we do that by highlighting her character, hitting invite. And now when she jumps in, we hit this, hit square to join the selected queue, and we're in queue. Now because I'm a tank, it doesn't take very long at all to get in there. If you're DPS, because there's so many DPSs, it's going to take a little while. I've heard of people waiting an hour before they were able to get in the queue.
Yeah, that's not uncommon. That's why clerics and tanks are so sought after.
Yeah, because as a tank, we got in right away. And as a cleric, as a healer, you would too. So if you want to get your Astral Diamonds fast, this is the best way to do it. You can only refine up to 100,000 Astral Diamonds per day. At these lower levels, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Your chances of your refining that is going to be extremely slim to get that many Astral Diamonds at this stage. Now what's happening here is people are in queue, but they're deciding they don't want to run it. So they're clicking out of it, or they're not accepting the queue quest like I did earlier. Personally, that annoys me, because they should just be, if they're going to be in queue for a dungeon, they should go to it.
See, and it annoys me too, but I understand that sometimes you're right in the middle of something and you just can't do a queue.
Yeah, the only time I've found that is, there's certain things, like, say, for example, a siege engine or siege runner or something like that. You don't want to, you get more benefit from that than you do from the queue. So
Yeah. Or if
in-
you're like in an ME or something like that, you don't want to.
which is a Master Expedition, which is at endgame content. Now, in here, you're going to want to pray, because by praying, you get a bonus to your astral diamonds. Not a big bonus, mind you, but a bonus. Now, we've got people that are just running off, so... Now, see, there, I got hit by a trap.
2 minor injuries in the same location upgrades the injury from minor to severe. Use an injury kit or stand by a campfire to remove one minor injury.
So, now, like I said, to get rid of this, I can either use the injury kit, which I have, or I can stand by a campfire like he suggested, but that takes some time to do, about 30 seconds. And sometimes you don't have the 30 seconds, like in here. We don't really have 30 seconds.
No, because
So we,
people won't wait for you in dungeons.
yep, so we press the left directional button, and that gets rid of the injury.
And you can put the injury kits and the health potions in any position you want. It's just what works best for you.
Yep. Now, supposedly, we're supposed to have a healer in here, because we're supposed to have one healer, one tank, and DPS.
The pally is the healer.
But the Pally's not healing.
I don't know, the pally just healed.
Yeah, but I was running around at low hit points, and this other guy had half hit points for a while. As a healer, with a healer in the party, that should never be the case.
They're probably new at this. They don't know how to play a healer properly yet. See? We're getting heals.
Now, generally, again, the tank should be absorbing the most damage. However, these little guys, not that big of a deal. It all depends on whoever gets where. The bosses, however, is where we really should have the tank. Like this guy coming up. But not yet.
He's a mini boss. He's not
Yeah.
hard.
He's not. None of them are really hard for you in here. Now, we are playing with live players, and when you go into these dungeons, like this one, you are going to be playing with live players all the time. With the exception of when you decide to do a private one. And I'll go over that in a minute, once we're done here. I won't set up a private one, but I'll show you what a private, how to set up a private one.
Yeah,
Oh,
if we had one more people, I'd say let's set up a private one to show them. The nice thing about the private dungeons is they pop right away, so you don't have to wait for a dungeon to pop, whether you have a healer, tank, or not.
Right. So, for example, in this particular one, we needed to get through here. If we weren't going to get it right away, I would have suggested that we do a private one so that we could just get it done and over with.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't get a chance to really be a tank in here. Everybody killed the guy right away. And you're going to find that sometimes in these dungeons, but when you get into the higher level dungeons, that's where tanks are needed.
Yeah.
Because these low levels, a lot of times we're having high level people in here, like my wife on her level 80. And you'll find a lot of others. There's going to be a number of level 80s in here as well. I'll bet you if I checked it right now, which I will. Oh, it's only showing me you and... Alright. Well, I guess we're going to have to wait till later. Because I'm going to show us two.
It will show us when we finish the queue.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one more people. I'd say let's set up a private one to show them. The nice thing about the private dungeons is they pop right away, so you don't have to wait for a dungeon to pop, whether you have a healer, tank, or not.
Yeah.
could have brought in my level 70 wizard,
Yeah.
but I haven't played her in so long, I don't know how to play her.
This should be the perfect time to relearn how to play your characters. Because we're going
Yeah.
through such low level areas.
But I like playing Dreads.
I know you do. So now, because of the fact that in here I'm probably not going to get a chance to really be a tank, what I'm really trying to do is just make sure we get everything. Again, pick up everything that you can find, because even if you can't use it, you can sell it. Or break it down for refinement points. And all of that stuff you need. Astral diamonds, refinement points, gold. Is there somebody back there? Now we're up to another mini boss. Yeah, I got the tank a little bit.
Yay!
Now, one other thing I want to test, if I can, is this blue shield that I have. Later on, if not now, it'll take, when damage hits it, if I let go, it'll repulse the damage back at the enemies, which it doesn't seem to be doing this time, so it probably doesn't work at this level.
Yeah, in some dungeons, they lower your level to match the dungeon. Like, if you notice, next to my name it has a 12. That's what they lowered my level to. Which means some of my stats are nerfed right now, but...
Right. They're a lot lower than
still
what you would normally be, but she's still a lot stronger than what
a level 12 would be.
Yep. Now see, that time I avoided it.
I didn't.
But because she has VIP, even though she got hit by the trap, it didn't damage her.
Nope. Sad part is I knew it was there. I've run this dungeon so many times.
Now we're almost to the end of the dungeon. And
We're
once we get out of
missing
here,
somebody.
yeah, that's because he's fighting the ones that we all ran past.
Oh, I think he needs help.
Yeah, looks like it. Alright. Yeah, he almost died. Again, the whole reason why you don't want to leave your party members behind, because in this case he could have died. He almost did. I didn't realize he was way back there yet. I didn't realize he decided to
Yeah.
fight those four.
The last time I saw him, he was right behind me, so I didn't worry about it too much until we got up here and I realized he wasn't right behind me anymore.
Yep. Now, in this
'Cause
case,
I
I'm
tend
trying to draw
stay-
this person's attack, but they're not coming after me because there's other people in here who hit a lot harder than I can.
Like me.
But if I could have drawn their attack, I could have tanked them, and then wouldn't have to worry about it. Now at the end of it, you always want to look for chests. Some chests you have to have specific keys for, other chests not so much. This is a lower level one, so you don't need keys yet. Now, once you do that, you can go in here and you can check to see how well you did. Now, she did not take first for damage, surprisingly.
Because I wasn't trying. I was making sure everybody else was okay.
Nobody fell, which is good. I did second for damage absorption. She took first on damage absorption.
Again, because I was trying to protect everybody.
It's because she was running ahead of everybody. So for DPS, you're looking for damage done and enemy slain. For the tank, you want damage absorbed. If you're high on damage absorbed, you did your job. Most points healed, that's for the healers. If they're high on that, they want to be high on that if they're the healers.
Okay, we're done with the Tower District?
Yep, we're done with Tower District.
Off to Neverdeath?
Not yet. We gotta go back to Protector's Enclave and hand in the quests.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're gonna call this video here. We're gonna call the video with ending Tower District today. Before we go into
your summon post thingy behind you.
Okay. And then it actually looks like it's going to be Black Dagger runes, not Neverdeath yet.
Oh, I thought Neverdeath was before Black Dagger.
Now it used to be, and I'm not sure if it still actually is, but it used to be you couldn't chat or trade or anything like that until you were through, I believe it's Velosk is your 5th one.
I think so.
But you had to be through the 5th area before you could trade or chat or anything like that.
But as you noticed, we were able to trade and he's able to talk and stuff like that because he has a higher level character on this account.
Or had.
Or had.
Now, the way we're chatting, you can do it at any level. Because you're not going through the game, you're going through PSN.
Yeah.
But, okay. A new quest I got that I didn't talk to anybody about was learn about seals. To complete that, you go into here.
Welcome to Seven Suns Costa Market. Go in and check out the bazaar. Press L1 and the up button to find Seven Suns on your map.
So now what he's talking about is by doing this, you can go to here and then it'll show you the different areas. Driftwood Tavern, Sage's Shop. So again, you can highlight them and make sure and go there by setting a trigger waypoint to go to them. But right now we want to talk to her.
Yeah, this is the Seven Suns Coaster Market.
So we want to talk to this girl. Go in here. Now the reason what we're in here for is because you can use these seals to buy various different things. So for example, right now I have 400 seals. So I can buy another Radiant Enchantment rank 5, or a Dark Enchantment, Azura Enchantment, or a Silvery Enchantment, which all are beneficial for you for one way or another.
Or you can buy Astral Diamonds.
Yep, if you're PvPing, you want the Silvery Enchantment, again, because it gives you glory bonus. Azura gives you the defense and XP bonus, so you want that in your defense slots. Dark Enchantments are the ones that I always put in my utility slots, since I don't PvP very often. That gives me 1.2% companion influence for the rank 5s. What that does is the companions, which we'll be talking about in a little while, are used to use their bonus, their benefit, their stats to add to yours. And then the rate that stuff. If you have enough, you can buy bags of astral diamonds. There's 500 rough astral diamonds in there at a time. Or the Eternal Equipment Chest, which gives you rare equipment for your class and level. So as you go higher, it gives you better equipment. But it tends to be worse than the equipment you already have anyway, that you can get through dungeons and stuff. But that is one way to build up. Okay, so now that I don't have enough for astral diamonds, so I'm not going to buy anything from there. I'm going to save up for the astral diamonds. Now that I got some new items, I want to check to see if they're worth anything. This one is not. I don't have an amulet, so I'm going to put that in there. These are not as good as the boots I'm currently wearing. And these gauntlets are much better than the gloves that I'm wearing right now, so I'll put them on. And now my character is much more kitted out than she was. The other things you'll find in here is potions and kits, which you'll find a lot of places. You'll also find a battle merchant. These are where you spend your glory. You can spend your glory and buy different things that are going to help you out while you're PvPing. This is weapons for various different classes. And so on and so forth. There's a number of different merchants in here. Different seals that you can get. So that was a adventurous seal. This one is an incentive. This is what you can get from the
Neverwinter's
seal. Yeah. Now you notice I have enough here that I can spend one seal and get a companion upgrade token. When we get companions, that's going to be very useful, because we can use those to upgrade our companions. But we need more than one or two. We need a considerable number depending on what level we're upgrading from. You can also
the highest amount you'll need for upgrade tokens is 120, and that will get your companion up to level 40.
And then we have, you can get 50% bonus for 100,000 bonus astral diamonds. When you're running through the dungeons and stuff like that, this comes in really handy, but I don't have enough for that. You can buy pets and or companions. This one here is a mount, a heavy warg, that you can buy for 100 of the incentive tokens. And Neverwinter guard for 100 incentive tokens. You can buy a bag for 100 incentive tokens. And right now, one of the things we can get is an enchanting stone rank 5. Now, these are really good and are going to be needed later on when you do enchanting, when you upgrade your items and stuff. You'll also need marker potencies. So this is one place where you can pick some of them up.
You can also pick them up from Sabella Artists.
Yeah, so there are various different people in here that you can talk to. This one's a Seal of the Brave trader. So when you get Seals of the Brave, you can come talk to him. There's all kinds of different things in here. Now that we've got that, we need to go talk to Sergeant Knox.
I need to get you a faster mount.
Nah. And then we talk to Sergeant Knox, complete the quest. Now you notice we have a lot of possibilities here. Some of these are for areas we're not going to get into yet. So now we're going to go ahead and leave the video here because we're at an hour. And there's a lot of stuff I want to cover that's going to take a lot longer. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it here without getting any quests. I do have a couple that I still need to finish off. I need to talk to Sabella and I need to go talk to the Antiquities Scholar here in Protector's Enclave, which I'll take care of that later. But I'll do that on video. I'm not going to do that off video, so I can show you where they're at. But that's where we're at right now. We finished off Tower District, and we're going to be going into the Spell Plague next. And we're going to also be we're going to be learning about companions, and well, more about companions. We're going to be learning how to equip companions and what the different benefits of the companions are. And we're going to get our first companion next time. So with that, if you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to see more videos from me, hit the bell icon to make sure you get notified when I post those videos up, and I hope you have a great day. Be entertained. Bye-bye.